Good morning, class. Today we are going to read third part of the chapter Glimpses of India, and this is about tea from Assam. The lesson is about two friends, Pranjal and Rajveer, who are traveling to Pranjal's hometown, Assam, for the summer vacation. Assam is known as the tea country. It has the largest concentration of plantation in the world. During their journey, they discuss about the various legends that are known to have discovered tea. The story tells us about the popularity of the tea as a beverage as a beverage. So here we'll start. Firstly, I just want to let you know that Pranjal, a youngster from Assam, and is Rajvi's classmate at school in Delhi. Pranjal's father is the manager of a tea garden in Upper Assam, and Pranjal has invited Rajveer to visit his home during the summer vacation. Now, first paragraph Chai Garam, Garam Chai. A vendor called out in a high pitched voice. He came up to their window and asked, Chai Saab, give us 2 cups, Pranjal said. They sipped the steaming hot liquid. Almost everyone in their compartment was drinking tea too. Do you know that over 80 crore cups of the tea are drunk every day throughout the world? Rajveer said, Phew, exclaimed Pranjal. Tea really is very popular. So here chai means tea. Garam means hot. Saab means sahab or sir. Steaming, you can say that shows that it is extremely hot. Or exclaimed means cry out suddenly in surprise. So the scene is set on a train and station where a tea vendor asks the two friends if they would like to buy some freshly made hot tea. They decide to have 2 cups of tea, joining almost everyone else in their compartment. With this, Pranjal highlights, highlights the fact that almost 80 crore cups of tea, 80 crore cups of tea are consumed every day throughout the world. While Rajveer remains surprised on listening to it. Indeed, tea is a popular beverage all over the world. Here, next paragraph. The train the train pulled out of the station. Pranjal buried his nose in his detective book again. Rajveer too was an ardent fan of detective stories. But at the moment, he was keener or looking at the beautiful scenery. It was green everywhere. Rajveer had never seen so much greenery before. Then the soft green paddy fields gave way to tea bushes. It was a magnificent view. Against the backdrop of densely wooden hills, a sea of tea bushes stretched as far as the eye could see. Drafting the tiny tea plants were tall, sturdy shade trees, and amidst the orderly rows of bushes busily moved doll-like figures. So here, paddy fields, it means a field where rice is grown. Backdrop, it means lie behind or beyond, serve as background too. As far as I could see means for a long distance until something is so far away and small it cannot be seen anymore. Doffing caused to seem small or insignificant in comparison, sturdy, strong, amidst, it means in the middle of. As soon as the train started moving, Pranjal got engaged in reading his detective book. Both the friends were huge fans of detective books, but Rajveer chose to look at the scenic beauty of the moment. There was greenery all around, something Rajveer had never seen before. After the green paddy fields came tea plantations. As far as he was able to look, only tea bushes were visible, so much so that the narrator compared it to a sea of tea bushes. In the background, there were hills, the dense forest. In between the tea plantations, there were orderly rows of tall and strong trees that were moving because of the wind. It was an amazing view. Now, here in next paragraph, in the distance was an ugly building with smoke billowing out of the tall chimneys. Hey, a tea garden! Rajveer cried excitedly. Pranjal, who had been born and brought up on a plantation, didn't share Rajveer's excitement. Oh, this is tea country now, he said. Assam has the largest concentration of plantation in the world. You will see enough gardens to last you a lifetime. Billowing means moving or flowing outward. Concentration means cluster. As the train was moving, next Rajveer saw was an ugly looking building. He saw building and with smoke coming out of it. It was a tea garden and Rajveer got excited, but Pranjal, who had seen all of it during his childhood, didn't match up to the friend's level of enthusiasm. And Pranjal tells him that they have entered Assam. So here we can see, because Rajveer got excited, but Pranjal, who had seen it already when he was a kid in his childhood, he already seen, and this condition didn't match up with his friend's level of enthusiasm. So Pranjal tells him that they have entered Assam, which is known as the tea country. The state has the maximum number of tea plantations in the world. Now, here I have been reading as much as I could about tea. Rajveer said no one really knows who discovered tea, but there are many legends. What legends? Well, there's the one about the Chinese emperor who always boiled water before drinking it. One day, a few leaves of the twigs burning under the pot fell into the water, giving it a delicious flavor. It is said they were tea leaves. So it means before visiting the tea country, Rajveer read a lot about tea and how it was discovered. There were numerous theories, and one of which was about Chinese emperor who had a habit of drinking boiled water. Once upon a time, when he was boiling that water, so few leaves fell into it and it tasted delicious. So it is said that those leaves were tea leaves. Here, tell me another, scoffed Pranjal. We have an Indian legend too, Bodhidharma, an ancient Buddhist ascetic, cut off his eyelids because he felt sleepy during meditations. 10 tea plants grew out of the eyelids. The leaves of these plants were put in hot water and drunk. Benished sleep. Tea was first drunk in China. Rajveer added as far back as 2700 BC. In fact, words such as tea, chai, and chini are from Chinese. Tea came to Europe one in the 16th century and was drunk more as medicine than as beverage. So here on being asked by Pranjal, Rajveer told another story about an Indian legend named Bodhidharma. He was a Buddhist monk who had cut his eyelids because he used to feel sleepy while meditating. So eventually, tea plants grew out of his eyelid, which, upon consuming after boiling with water, helped in getting rid of sleep. So further, Rajveer highlighted a few facts that started that tea dates back to 2700 BC and was first consumed in China. All such words such as chai, chini, these words are originated from uh, like chai and chini. They have originated from Chinese language. Tea was introduced to Europe quite late in the 16th century, where it was considered to have medicinal properties. The train clattered into Mariani Junction. The boys collected their luggage and pushed their way to the crowded platform. Pranjal's parents were waiting for them. Soon they were driving towards Dekhabari, the tea garden managed by Pranjal's father. An hour later, the car veered sharply off the main road. They crossed a cattle bridge and entered Dekhabari tea estate. Here, the train had stopped and the boys reached to their destination. And find a platform that was too crowded, Pranjal's parents had come to receive them. After almost an hour, they reached Dekhyabari, Pranjal's tea garden, after taking a turn and making their way through a cattle bridge. Now, here, on both sides of the gravel road were acre upon our here were like gravel road were acre upon acre of tea bushes, all neatly pruned to the same height. Groups of tea pluckers with bamboo baskets on their backs, wearing plastic aprons, were plucking the newly sprouted leaves. Here it means the tea garden was stretched upon a vast area of land. All the bushes were cut to the same height and they had been taken care of. On the fields, tea pluckers were seen wearing an apron and carrying the bamboo basket in order to pluck the freshly sprouted leaves. Now, here, Pranjol's father slowed down to allow a tractor pulling a trial pulling a trailer loads of tea leaves to pass. This is the second flush or sprouting period, isn't it? Mr. Barua, Rajveer asked. It lasts from May to July and yield the best tea. You seem to have done your homework before coming. Pranjol's father said in surprise. Yes, Mr. Barua, Rajveers admitted, but I hope to learn much more while I'm here. Like on their way to the fields, Pranjol's father gave way to a tractor that was loaded with tea leaves. On seeing this, Rajveer flaunts his knowledge by mentioning that this is the second sprouting period of the year that lasts from May to July and gives and gives excellent yield. So Pranjol's father, who seems impressed, replies that he seems to have done a lot of research before coming. So Pranjol who was excited about learning more about the amazing bee word, showed his intention for the same. So we can summarize it like this. The story revolves around the infamous beaver's tea, telling us more about its history and discovery. It begins from the scene where two friends Pranjal and Rajveer are set to go to Assam. Pranjol's hometown were when a tea vendor asked them if they would like to have some freshly made tea. They buy 2 cups, joining almost every other person in their compartment. From there, the journey begins and Pranjal starts reading his detective book while Rajvil decides to enjoy the scene of the beauty of that place, that area. There were soft green paddy fields followed by tea bushes. Rajveer is very excited on seeing such a large plantation of tea, but Pranjal is unable to match the same level because he was born and brought up in Assam only, and he is familiar with all those things and nothing new is for him. So famously known as the tea country, that Assam is known as the tree country. Visiting there for the first time, Rajveer did a lot of study about how tea was discovered it and that it date back to 2700 BC. According to what he read, it was first consumed in China and reached Europe in the 16th century, where it was mostly popular for its medicinal properties. There are numerous stories as to how it was discovered. It. One about a Chinese emperor and the other about a Buddhist monk. The former liked the taste of it, while the latter used it to get rid of sleep. As they were having this discussion, they reached their destination where Pranjol's parents had come to receive them and take them to the tea garden. On their way, they passed a cattle bridge and gave way to a truck field filled with tea leaves, which drew their attention to the fact that it was the second sprouting season. Rajwell indeed did a lot of study before coming, which impressed Pranjol's father, and he intended to learn a lot more. So that's all about this part 3.